These things are spring loaded, Jack.
I know.
I got this. This must be one of the. This must be from the rug place from one of the. How many square feet it is and everything. There was one cost factor there, 24. I'm not sure. I'm just going by what the diaphragm was. It was underneath my papers. I just picked it up and it was underneath there. Must
Or is that's not out front, around the building.
Oh, that could be the black top
Asphalt,
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, 24,850. That's probably what that is. I was gonna say, shit, I found that on a. All we heard. What did you hear? I just heard personal illness. Yeah. Well, we got 6 applicants, right, so far? No, right? Okay. Okay. We can start. Everything is on. Mike's on.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for coming. If you join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. All right, we'll start the meeting with Dale Route Highway report.
We got the public forum.
Oh, sorry, public forum regarding agenda items only.
Okay.
Yes, we have
One add-on.
one add-on.
Right, the one. Yes. What's that? Yes.
All right, Dale Route Highway report. So, accepting a resignation of a part-time water clerk.
No,
Sorry, it was a resolution for a pay increase. We good?
who's for?
I can't think. Oh,
Paying-
Miranda Bennett, I'm sorry.
The
I
bookkeeper.
couldn't think. Bookkeeper. All right, Dale.
Good evening. So happy it's warming and the sun has returned. It's been a decent month with only a few snow call-outs earlier. The application for grant monies through the Congresswoman Tenney's office was completed and submitted, but no news as of today how we have fared. We continue to clean and service water vaults. The electric service has been fully repaired. A big thank you to Charlie at Able Electric, a job well done. The old generator has been removed and the new one will be installed at a later date. The switches were put in place during the repair process. Went out a few times to place cold patch and potholes. I'm sure there's still some out there to do. I've been out surveying road conditions and will be developing a repair plan. Spoke to Barry Stone. They hope to be making blacktop April 24th. Jeremy has been busy revamping a bathroom. It is finished with great results. Thank you, Jeremy. Good job. Have been doing some truck maintenance, with this week devoted to removing plows and sanders so equipment can be oiled by a service company this Friday. With the county and town of Barry's help, we cut many more problem trees. Stumps will be ground at a later date. Fixed some mailboxes, broomed intersections, read water meters, flushed water, and ordered some fuel. As I was away last weekend, the big Good Friday fire happened. The local fire company requested assistance, and Jeremy, who lives close, rallied and got our big diesel water pump out and running and assisted getting hooked up and monitoring it. Plus, as nightfall approached, retrieved the town's light tower for the firemen. He was there for quite a while. Jeremy, you made the department proud. Thank you. Yesterday, we did some continuing education safety training in Carlton. And effective May 1st, 2023, the town of Shelby Highway Department is initiating a new safety policy for the benefit of the MEOs and town residents. Pre-trip inspections will be made on all vehicles before leaving the town property. A checklist will be included in each vehicle. And as always, lastly, the never-ending stacking of e-waste. Thank you.
No assessor report, planning board report. No planning board report. Zoning, no zoning board report. Okay. No code enforcement.
Dan's not here.
Dan's not here. No code enforcement. All right. Resolution to approve the March 14th, 2023 town board meeting.
So move.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Resolution to approve the clerk report for March.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Supervisor reports on hold. We had a software glitch again today. Resolution to approve the pay claims against the town.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Resolution to accept the resignation of Yvonne Sims, part-time water clerk.
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, we have a resolution from the town of Shelby. Resolution requesting the increase in sales tax revenue from the county legislature. Whereas pursuant to Orleans County Treasurer records, in 1996, the Orleans County Legislature distributed 14%, $1,366,671 of the total sales tax revenue collected, $9,499,138.31 to the towns and villages in Orleans County. And whereas said dollar amounts have remained the same for town and village revenues from sales tax revenue collected, and whereas there has been no revenue increase to the towns and villages since then, even though the sales tax revenue collected by the county has increased more than 40%. Therefore, be it resolved that the town board of the town of Shelby does hereby request consideration from Orleans County Legislature to share 14% of the total sales tax revenue collected with the towns and villages each year hereinafter to be utilized in the best way to benefit said communities according to its governing bodies. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We need a motion.
So move.
Second.
Let's do a roll call vote. Ed?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Steve?
Yes.
Jeff?
Yes.
Scott? Yes. Final resolution to increase the pay $3 an hour to Miranda Bennett, bookkeeper, secretary to the supervisor based on job performance, increased duties, and competitive salary rates. Can I get a motion?
So move.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Nays? Nays?
Nay.
Resolution passed. Let's do a roll call vote. Ed, on the last resolution?
Yes.
John?
No.
Steve?
Yes.
Jeff?
Yes.
Scott? Yes. Let's open up the board comments.
The only comment I have is on our resolution for the pay increase. I believe we could have spent this money a lot better if we'd looked on the outside for a outside accounting firm to do our bookkeeping work. And this would have saved the town money, not cost the town money. And this is the way we need to go in the future. Thank you.
Ed?
Yeah, I noticed John Parada's in the audience. I recently talked to the National Grid lady that's going to put up her new LEDs, and she was wondering if you wanted to add any lights for Furnace Parkway while they're doing it. They can. Oh, you don't want them? Oh, okay. Hey. Hey. Well, yeah. All right. Well, she was just wondering, so, all right. Thank you.
Sorry, my stress attire. I've been watching my grandkids all day. So, no. Oh. I mean, there's two of them on there already. If the young lady and Pat wants it at the other end, that's fine with them. But I do not want one on my pole because that would be right into the front of my house. That's where the bedrooms are and everything else, so. And I keep my lights on all night, so I'm lit up, George is lit up. The new people across the street keep their lights on. So I don't know who went, nobody will tell me who put this petition for Furnace Parkway, but I have an idea who it was. So, please don't put one on the end post, you can put them anyplace else. Okay, thank you.
You good, Ed? Steve?
Okay. Jeff Schiffer and I, Councilman Schiffer and I, we did the audit with the judge, and everything was good on everything. And I just wanted everybody to know that, so that has been done and carried on.
Jeff?
Nothing.
Jeff number 2. All right, I'll open up for public comments. Anyone? Come up to the mic.
Good evening, Lawrence Waters. I just wanted to touch a little bit, as we've seen with the fire here in town, with the burn ban that's in effect. Is that policed in any way, or is that up to neighborhood policing? And coupled with that is educating the public when that ban occurs, because we've got people burning stuff already. And obviously we see how quick things can get out of hand, and you get new tenants in town, maybe they're unaware. I'm just thinking back, how do I know that? Where did I see it? Did I see it in the paper? Do I just know it? I just don't think we're doing a really good job in educating the public on that period of time, because it's actually longer than people realize.
Yeah,
So,
it's till May 15th or,
it's quite a ways out.
Darlene, can we put that on the website?
I think
And
it's
then we can do a tax
March
alert.
15th to May 15th.
Yeah, if you find somebody doing it, Dan Wolf, right? He's our code enforcement guy. I would call the town, and we'll get Dan notified. And however he's got to do it, sheriff's department, fire department, whatever Dan's got to do, he'll do.
Okay. I mean, we're not looking to be, those people at the same time. I don't need my house burning down.
No, but
because,
safety. Everything's dry right now,
think
so
they wanna burn
we
their
can put it on the
trash.
website. We can send out the town text alert to remind people.
Okay. Another item I wanted to ask about is in regards to the water service. District 1, water, got this $25 charge here, this O&M charge. It's been on the bill for the last 30 years that I've been in a house. I believe that's operation and maintenance. Is that correct? Is that, number one, why is that not on the tax bill? And number two, what am I actually paying for? And to clarify, if the pipe breaks between the road and my house, am I not responsible for that repair? The town doesn't repair that, is that correct?
It depends on where your meter is. Am I correct, Dale?
From the first stop to the house is, for the most part, the homeowner's responsibility. We would tap it, and then at that point, the homeowner would hire the contractor to take it into their house. We would inspect it and approve it before they backfill it.
So what is this $25 charge? I gotta believe that the pipe's certainly been paid for. It's been in there for 50 years, right?
I do not know how long the service charge was on District 1, but usually they're like 38 years.
Yeah, each district has a different, I don't know off the hand, but I can get it for you after the meeting or tomorrow. I
Well,
can
let's
get you
just
the
say once this this bond is satisfied, will this charge go away?
There's still gonna be a maintenance fee. I'm not sure what it would be.
I guess I'm just wondering, what am I paying for?
No,
You know,
I understand, yeah.
That actually shouldn't be, you know, a separate line item. That should just be in the charge for the water. And/or it should be on the tax bill like trash collection or fire or lights. Well, I'd like to know what the balance is on this, if we're still paying on the installation of this pipe. District 1, yes.
There was a 40-year bond. It started in 72 when they put it in, and it was over in 2012. They changed the law from service fee to or maintenance fee in 2012. That's what happened.
So this money is set aside in an interest-bearing account, or is it? I mean, I'm not trying to beat a dead horse here. I'm just saying it's just one of those things that's on there. It's probably never going to go away, and I really don't know what I'm getting for my money. And if I drive home and there's water squirting out of the ground and it's 3 feet from my house, that's on me. So I guess just a little curious. But I would move that should be moved to a tax bill. That shouldn't be on the water bill.
Yeah, that money is like put aside as a money to prepare anything the town has in their lines going to you. So if something breaks, there's money to pay for it out of that particular district. That's what that money.
Well, the other
is for.
thought I had in mind, and this is just, you know, throwing stuff at the wall, is these people that don't have city water and it's gonna cost $22 million to put it in. Perhaps that could be used to help drill more efficient wells at these homes. Sort of as a Band-Aid, but just a thought. If it's money going into an account and it's not being used, you know, maybe we could use it for better purposes. And the other thing I had on my list was the status of the turbines windmill project. I know you had alluded to it at the last meeting. I have no idea where it's at. I don't know if it's at the Orleans County Legislature, if it's still up for resolution, if the whole thing's tabled, did they give up? I just don't want to be driving home and see some big foundation being poured and I hope not. Yeah.
What? He's talking about the windmill. Okay, county's got nothing to say on the windmills. Yeah, the planning board approved it, but the town of Shelby hasn't approved it yet. Yeah. Yeah, whatever they had to do for the planning board has been approved, yeah.
The county only gives a recommendation back to the town. They do not approve or disapprove anything that comes before them. They recommendation back to the town.
We're actually in the process of getting things rolling again. Borrego's been in contact with our land use attorney and Jeff, our town attorney. We're in the process of getting that going again. So I can't give you an exact date when it's gonna happen, but it's not being ignored. They're trying, we're just,
The process, the approval process is multi-stepped, as you probably understand. The first part is to perform a series of studies and then make a determination through what's called the state seeker process, State Environmental Quality Review Act process, by which the town, as the so-called lead agent, determines whether, or the degree to which the project will have an environmental impact. And the town is in the process of, I think, collecting information that will help it present its best defense, if you will, so that the process by which it has to approve this process is thoroughly vetted and all of the considerations are taken, as a part of that process. So they're still in the information gathering stage so that their determination can be, based on the best information and the interests of the community.
So this can't be stopped by just a nay vote by the board today?
No, can't. There's no public vote on it, but the town board clearly has an interest in making sure that all the town's concerns are made public with respect to in this process. So your opinion matters to the process. And the town board is preparing better and more detailed and probably more difficult questions for them to answer. So they're working in the interest of the town.
No, not at all. I'm just wondering, are we making a slow march towards it's gonna happen regardless? I mean, what's the feeling here? I don't, just on the record, I am 100% against it. I mean, it's a mile from my house. I'm not interested. There's no benefit to myself, my family. I'm just wondering what is crippling this. Are we gonna have another public forum? Are we gonna have a workshop on it? Are we past all that?
we are gonna start back up where it stopped. We'll actually start that, we will probably start that meeting over. Yeah, we'll start that seeker over that meeting, then the process will begin from there. But Jeff's new, I'm new, we're still trying to get all this information in, trying to coordinate everything with Jeff, with our other lawyer. to
Well,
get-
as
get this set
concerned,
up.
tax-paying residents, I'm just wondering, what we can do as constituents to help the cause, or if basically at the end of the day, they're just paying us lip service and it's gonna happen anyways.
We're fully aware of how the town feels, and I'm not cutting anyone off. You're all gonna have a chance to speak, but there's a process that we have to go through, and I'm learning the process as we go.
Yeah,
So
I appreciate that.
as I know, you guys will know. So, or as we find out as a board, you guys will find out.
Okay.
Thank you for clarifying. If it was said before, I missed it, and I don't know if anybody else did either. I was under the impression that it was still a vote at the board. So I think a lot of pushback from the community was coming from not realizing that the board really can't necessarily vote it down at this point. We have to come up with some other way to stop it. So that clarified it for me. I'm not sure if it did for anybody else. But can I ask the question, at some point, was it in the board's hand and there was a vote that kind of pushed it now to this phase? Or was it never in the hands of the board and it was something between the landowner and Borrego that kind of put that in your laps, that now you have to find a way to stop it, if that's the direction it goes?
The process is not of our making.
Okay,
And so we have to follow the process. And to be fully candid, one of the concerns of the town board is presenting its position in such a way as to avoid having to defend a lawsuit, frankly. And so we're trying to collect, the board is trying to collect as much information and put together arguments that are sustainable, that will allow this process to contemplate all of the issues and concerns of the town in the best light, in the light most favorable to the town. So we're still kind of collecting information which we hope will be useful to the town, making its position not only known, but, rational and sustainable in the face of a lawsuit, for example.
perfect. It clarifies a lot, thank you.
Yeah, the developer could sue us. If we don't follow the process properly and fully, well, they can't sue us on anything yet. We're trying to go through the process in a way that will avoid that.
There's a lot more going on behind the scenes, and I know it's a pain, but there's a lot of stuff we can't talk about, but we're trying to fix behind the scenes so we can resolve this thing in everyone's benefit. So. All right. Anyone have anything else? Any other questions?
Okay, I just have a question regarding the $3 increase on the bookkeeper. To me, that seems like a high amount. In this day and age, that's a lot of money. I know a year and a half ago, the town clerk was fighting to get a decent raise. And I mean, she had to fight. And I know there was some on the board that weren't here at that time. And it was terrible that someone has here so much dedication in this place that couldn't fight to get a decent raise and had to come back 2 or 3 different months to finally get it to approve by certain board members. But yet we have someone that has gone to a leadership school a year ago that we have no idea what it did for us here. We paid someone from the town of Ridgeway to go to leadership school that works here at the town of Shelby. $2,000. I don't know what good it did here in her job. She gets, I think, a pretty good raise now, and now she's getting $3 on top of it. And I know back a while ago there was questions about how good the work was being done. I think we need to look at these other towns that have bookkeepers or don't have bookkeepers, that are outsourced to these big companies that are, in the long run, they're further ahead. There's no insurance they have to pay on these employees. Their hourly wages no longer. We might pay $20,000, $30,000, whatever, for a year for the bookkeeping work. But when you look at what a bookkeeper's getting paid, the insurance on top of it, we could make ends meet a little bit easier. Every time we turn around, Town of Shelby wants this, they want that. We gotta come to the point where we've gotta agree. We can't have everything we want. And it's getting very hard. People don't wanna come into Town of Shelby. I love where I live. But you know what? I can't keep paying Shelby taxes. We need to stop and think. You're right. We have a beautiful bookkeeper, or a clerk that has done a beautiful job for 16 years, and she had to fight to get a raise. We've got a bookkeeper that's, what, 5 years, 4 years, whatever, and wants a $3 raise and gets that. Something is wrong here. So I would wish the board would please stop and think about the taxpayers that are, they want you here, but they're not gonna keep on you here if you're gonna do the job you're doing. I think it's terrible. So please consider. I think it's terrible.
All right, thank you. Anyone else? No? Can I get a motion to call the meeting?
I move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.